Ladies and gentlemen of the tribe, that's you at home watching this video right now. Thank you for being part of the tribe. We are here to do Sector 4 of Conquest because it's a doozy, and I'm going to show you the ticks, the trips, the pits, the way, the warhammer, English. Let's do this. Alrighty then, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Breaking into Sector 4, just finished it up myself. I am so behind schedule like now. It's unfair, it's not right. The problem is, right now, is I'm playing a lot of Windrose, and it's distracting me from doing things that are more important. It's hard life being a pirate. So, Sector 4, what do we need to do, ladies and gentlemen? We need to complete 4 feats. First, defeat 50 enemies with a droid units, gain potency up 50 times, which is really, really easy. I just haven't bothered with the cheese yet. Win 10 battles with Inquisitor Barriss surviving, and defeat 40 enemies with bounty hunters. Now, there is a bounty hunter that is also a droid. I think it's IG-90 of, Afro fame, era of the anniversary. So if you do want to double dip there, you absolutely can. Failing that, we'll just get to it, shall we? Should we start with potency up? Should we do a cheese for potency up, cheese, if you will? Cool. We found ourselves a droidica node. I think you know where this is going, ladies and gentlemen. What we're going to do is we are going to take in our trusty rebels, because this is always the solution. If you ever want to do any sort of cheeses with feats for gaining buffs or imparting debuffs, just find yourself the trusty droidica and abuse him. Now, Old Ben is very useful for this, because on Old Ben's basic, he provides potency up. It's almost like it was made to be. Now, I'm going to say this for the 14th time. All we have to do is wait for droidica to roll up into John DiMaggio immunity, alright? I'm going to focus down Dooku at the start, see if we can get rid of him. Oh, we nearly did. I don't mind going for the B2, because we want to kill B2 with counterattacks if at all possible. I'm going to flip this on back and reverse it. Wonderful, it was worth it. Let's go after GBA. He's taking his bonus turns. We're just waiting for Mr. Droidica to roll up into damage immunity. Let's just shrug for a second. Hopefully don't kill Watsambor too quickly. There we go. Okay, great. Now, immediately we want to put that tenacity down. Then I'm going to finish off Watts Tambourine. And we're just going to go auto, basic. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen. Please do return to your seats in about 4 minutes. Droidica should never take a turn from here. If you've got something like Booming Voice, it becomes even easier. Droidica should constantly have his turn meter reduced, stripped away, and made to feel a little bit worthless. Every time Old Ben is doing that basic, which is all he's ever going to be doing, he's going to be gaining himself potency up, and at the end of 4 minutes time, you should easily have the 50 potency up. So I'm just going to let this time out. I'm not going to make you guys watch it because that would be rather dull, rather boring. But while I do have your attention for a short amount of time, if you could do me the greatest honor and just hit that like button down there, leave a comment down below saying why you enjoy watching the tribe videos, and subscribe if you haven't already, because, I'm a narcissist and I need your constant love and attention. Clearly. See you in 3 minutes. I think we've proven our point here just about well enough. Let's just go auto then. The 200 odd exposes on that droidica is probably enough to see off even that mighty rolling bucket of bolts. Potency up! Nailed it, tribe! And so can you. Alright, what should we do next? Now, honestly, defeating enemies with droids, what you can do is you can find any sort of node that's got lots of revives. Technically speaking, GBA's got a summon, so you can get minimum of 6 kills here. If you let GBA resummon, that's going to be 7. If you let Watt revive the teams, you could potentially get 8 or 9. However, it's a lot easier to do that on something like an Imperial Trooper node, which has unresistible revives, essentially. Or you could go against something like Night Sisters and hope that Daka revives. Personally, I like to find the surefire things, right? Surefire things for kills. So over here, like going up against a Xaereth Pathfinder under a Mon Mothma node with Chirrut, that's usually quite a reliable way of farming kills, essentially. So if we were to do something like this, generally speaking, you don't really want to have stuff like Weak Spot that's going to increase your damage output, because you actually need that Xaereth Pathfinder to survive a hit so that you can get, a heal over time or something like that. So what you can do is you can take in Jedi Master Luke with any light side droid. I'm going to focus down on trying to get rid of that POW. You might need a little bit more of a setup with this one because, they can be a little bit tricky. You might want to strip them of some units at the start because otherwise they are just going to constantly interrupt you, okay? Make sure you leave Chirrut alive and do not strip the buffs that you see on Xaereth Prevails Pathfinder over there. Looks like my boy Pow over here is quite squishy, so I'm going to focus on trying to get rid of him at the start. I'm going to place Master's Training on Hu Yang, because Hu Yang is our light side droid. He is our defeat mechanic, as it were. There we go. Good damage coming out of Hu Yang over there. Getting those assists. Let's do that first special. Boom, boom, boom. And of course, we've got the crit hit immunity. Let's keep that taunt just over there. You also might want to put in Wat Tambor here instead of Shakti. Truth be told. Truth be told. And definitely want to get rid of that booming voice. That booming voice is just going to cause us issues. Right, okay. Let's just call in Hu Yang. If Hu Yang gets the kill, it's great. There we go. So you can just try and farm this up as many times as you possibly can. You can defeat Xaereth Prevails Pathfinder. You can defeat the summoned unit as well. Both of them will count as kills, provided it is happening with Hu Yang and nobody else. Wonderful. Hu Yang putting in really good work there. I'm also running a data disk that's increasing my damage output whenever I get called to assist. So that's actually going to make me a little bit more powerful as the battle drags on. At least one would assume. One would assume. The only problem with this is they do take a lot of turns, and that does kind of limit the amount of kills that you're able to get. But you should theoretically be able to get more kills than you would otherwise. I'm just going to use Shakti's first special to force that taunt onto JML. And then we're just going to keep on farming the kills on Xaereth. Yeah, Hu Yang has got to that point now that he is one-tapping the Xaereth Prevails Pathfinder. I do not like the fact, though, that they are dealing so much damage to my Hu Yang. I really do need to change the setup. Use Wat Tambor instead, guys. It's definitely better. We had the double attack there, and that's a problem. This is why you need to remove booming voice in these situations, because you will do too many attacks and you won't give Xaereth Prevails Pathfinder the opportunity to revive, and that's a big no-no. That's a very big no-no. But we are still getting some decent kills here with droids. This sort of approach, like I said, it'll work on anything that's got any sort of revives. Technically, Ewoks could work. Night Sisters could work. Imperial Troopers work because they've got a bunch of unpreventable revives, and that's all very well and good. So there we go. We finished off our droid kills. You don't have to do it with JML. If you've got Afra, particularly with strong BT1, 000, and even IG90, that's great. IG90 will count for the bounty hunter kills as well. I would do the same sort of thing, if at all possible. Go through, use your Jabba the Hutt, use your IG90, get your bounty hunter kills. It's really not that difficult, guys. It's not that difficult at all. So we've done potency up. We've spoken a little bit about bounty hunters and droid kills. Now, wins with Inquisitor Barriss. As always, you know that the trusty Old Faithful is always going to be Maul, right? So if you get your Mandalorians out, you get Maul, you get Canderous, where's Candy Lips over here. You whip out Wat Tambor. You don't mistype the name. You whip out Wat Tambor and you throw in Barriss. And right now, because we have an extra slot again, we might as well go ahead and get Django as another Mandalorian. Throw this in. You're going to be using attack right at the start of the battle. Place that on anybody, but if you really want to be, all well and dandy, you'd place weapons tech over here. And you can just go ham with Maul. I pressed the wrong button entirely there. Don't do it like that. You just completely mess it up. I'm supposed to use first special with Maul, not second special, because now we won't get that call to assist that we need. But yeah, this is essentially it. This should allow you to get victories without losing Barriss. What should happen is I should have not used that second special with Maul. It's been a long week, guys. So that you go into Seething Rage like this, and you should be able to defeat basically everybody before they get an opportunity to do anything. I've just seen there's a Sarge Ventress Dark Disciple here. That's cool. One of the new characters featuring in this bonus node over here. Go ahead and just plow into Fennec right now. Get the big Hitaroos. Wonderful. And then finish off Forlom. As long as Inquisitor Barriss survives, you're all well and good. Wow. Holy moly. That Forlom over there means business. He means business. He is a really great unit, to be fair. Alright, let's take him out. And that's kind of that. Obviously, use the first special with Maul and then just go into the Seething Rage, and you'll be absolutely fine. You could do that 3 times a day over the course of Conquest and get it done. Obviously, if you have full Inquisitors, go with Reva and Grand Inquisitor. It's a good team. Reva, Grand Inquisitor, Second Sister. Inquisitor Barriss. Throw in 7th and throw in 5th and you'll have a good time. Now then, let's look at the mid-sector boss and the end-sector boss. You've got Great Mothers here, which is a bit of a pain. They've got a win with a full squad of Jawas, which I haven't even attempted yet. But that sounds hilariously awkward to do, so let's try it. Why are they making us do stupid feats this time around? Stupid boss node teams. Let's go and have a look. My Jawas are garbage tiers, ladies and gentlemen. Garbage. Look at them. R3, R5, R3, R3. We are getting relic delted in this. And Great Mothers are a great team, and Jawas are the opposite of a great team. What's the opposite? Trash team. Trash little Jawas. Let's just see what happens. All of their assists, hopefully just put a load of thermal detonators on them, and maybe they'll blow up. It looks like they've got way too much defense. The thermal detonators don't actually even hurt them in the slightest. So that's good, isn't it? Yeah, that's I'm really happy with that. Okay, let's actually put our thinking caps on now and figure this one out. I just seen that I've got this War of Attrition data disk that I picked up at the end of this sector. Whenever a debuff expires on an enemy, they're going to lose 4% turn meter. Thanks to all the thermals, that might actually just strip them all of turn meter all the time. Let's keep on looking. Whenever an enemy recovers health, inflict heal immunity on all enemies for 2 turns. Random ally takes a bonus turn. I think Mortal Strike is almost mandatory here. I don't need to worry too much about blindside. We've got weak spot for increased damage output, decay turn meter, so that we're constantly decaying their turn meter. This, and honestly, I think that consumables are 100% necessary. I'll be honest, guys. I don't see how, without heavy levels of investment in your Jawas, you survive this. So we need anything that's going to increase our bulk, like 90% additional protection. If we had a tether tech like this as well, highly recommend the tether tech, because that will put them all with ability block at the start of battle. So I'm going to throw in all of these, and we're just going to see, can we get the Jawas to survive? I have no idea. It might not work. Honestly, like, sometimes there's not a good solution to these things. It's rare, but it does happen. So let's just see what happens over here. I mean, it's not off to a great start, but 20 thermal detonators sounds quite nice. Right, okay. Let's gain some turn meter. Throw it out. I have a feeling that 20 thermals still isn't going to scratch her. Okay, yeah, so 20 thermals actually nearly killed her, truth be told. So maybe if we had like 25 thermals, it might be enough to one-shot the Great Mothers. Let's try this again. I also haven't touched the modding. I bet the modding is absolute garbage here. Let's give it another try. Right then, we are back with remodded Jawas. Now, I just decided to mod these guys for like loads of defense and protection, a little bit of speed. So I still don't think it's probably going to work. But this is the best I could really come up with at the limited capacity of my brain tribe. So let's see how they do now that they've actually got some defense going. I don't know why I bother with protection. Great Mothers is going to get rid of all of that. So yeah, also I probably should put on a load of caustic emissions. We really don't want them targeting Scavenger. If they target Scavenger at the start, it is literally game over immediately. But I know that I do have like some caustic emissions. And caustic emissions will help with not necessarily decay turn meter. We don't really need weak spot right now. They will help with War of Attrition, right? When it debuffs to expires, they're going to lose turn meter. So additional caustic emissions might help. Let's just see how that goes. So I think the main thing is they absolutely cannot touch your Scavenger at the start. If they touch your Scavenger at the start, it's over, because he's the one that's spreading all those thermal detonators. So leave my Scavenger alone. Thank you. I'm proud of you. Look, see, debuffs. Look at those, look at those, look at those, look at those, look at all those dots. Oh, leave the Scavenger alone. That's the one thing I asked you to do. You son of a gun. All I asked was leave the Scavenger alone. He's the guy who has the kill mechanic. These guys suck. So what I'd highly recommend, guys, is unless you've got high levels of investment in your Jawas, don't waste your energy on this feat. It is absolutely god-awful. I have faith that we can actually beat this, but it's just going to be an absolute RNG fest with my relic levels. So it's definitely not worth it. Definitely not worth it. See, and they've lost all their thermals already. Shudagwa. Yeah, this is pretty terrible, guys. I've also just seen this Desolation data disk. I think this is a new one. Whenever an enemy loses turn meter or is inflicted with a dot, all non-attacker allies gain 3% offense and all non-tank allies gain 3% health. I mean, that might help. That might help. Just leave my Scavenger alone. Don't touch the Scavenger. Thank you. Okay, so 23 is nearly enough. 23 is definitely nearly enough. 45% turn meter to the team. Let's hit him. Let's go for it. See what happens. Oh, we defeated someone. Get the taunt up. Do things. 23 thermals over there on the Great Mamacitas, but we need a way of actually blowing them up. Oh, wait a minute. Are we getting? Yes, it's working. It's working, maybe. Come on. Get the taunt. How dare you remove the taunt? We can't risk having Jawa Scavenger out in the open like that. Come on. Do the thing. Yes. Yes. Stupid Night Sisters. You suck. All right. Don't do that feat. That's what I will tell you. Don't do that feat. That's not worth 3 key cards and half of your brain cells. All right. So apart from Jawas, when with IG-90 surviving, honestly, I did this with Dr. Aphra. It wasn't that hard. Now, granted, my IG-90 is Relic 9 because of the aforementioned error battle that we were going through. I went in with a Vader comp over here. IG-90 is actually surprisingly durable. He is a very tanky unit, and he's not even a tank. So he will survive. Combination of, you know, the increased survivability coming out from Dr. Aphra and stuff like that. But BT-100, they do great damage. It's like almost the opposite of Jawas. You don't need consumables or anything like that for this team. If you can, get the mark on the Great Mamacitas, because otherwise they will try to hide the entire time. I found this one pretty easy. Now, obviously, if you don't have IG-90 at high relic levels, it's going to be a lot harder. But I'd recommend going in with a Maul Mando setup there. So Maul, Watt, Canderous, Jango Fett, IG-90, you should be able to clear through the team relatively easily. End boss feat then. This one I thought was ridiculous. When with Darth Vader Duel's End surviving, do you want to see how that battle went for me? Of course you do. I thought, you know what? I've got Darth Vader Duel's End. I've got him at Relic 9, I want to say. He's an absolute beast of a unit. We should be pretty good, you know? Like, this is a solid team, but the enemy takes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm not sure if that's 11 or 12 or 13. 13 turns. We got a turn. All right. And then I one shot Grand Inquisitors. Like, what is going on right now in this battle? I don't even know what's going on right now in this battle, but the Inquisitors seem to want to take infinite turns, and then Vader just loses his patience and kills everybody. It's kind of weird, right? It wasn't how I actually have no idea why Tarkin just died. But anyway, I'm sure if you went in with the Maul setup, it might work. Then you have to win without using any Empire on your squad. Well, should we throw... No, I'm not throwing Jawas again. No Empire on your squad. I'm sure you could use any number of Galactic Legends to get this done, but that just doesn't sound like a fun time for anybody involved. Maybe Balin will work? Balin's a great fun team. Let's try Balin. There is no Empire on the Balin squad, right? He says, with a hope, with a dream, with a prayer. And then we'll throw in Dash Rendar and maybe, I don't know, Hondo Onaka. Hondo! Ha! It is very good business. All right, let's see what actually happens here. I imagine they probably take infinite turns again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We took a turn after 5 turns. It's a new record. All right. Let's just shoot Ninth Sister, because we have no other choice. Hey, Balin, can you... Do you want... Balin. Oh, okay, he's ability blocked. That's good. I was hoping that we could do something with Balin, but turns out doing things is overrated. All right. Let's try and do something, boys. Let's go. All right, we defeated a unit. Can we take out the Grand... Oh, yeah. Why is that Grand Inquisitor so squishy? It feels like... Oh, my God. You know, I play this game a long time. I don't understand this game. I've come to realize I really don't understand this game. That being said, we are 119 little thingies out of 20. 120. I can count. Cool. Guys, I'm about as useful as a chocolate radiator, but please, like the video anyway, subscribe if you're not already, and I'll see you all in the very next video. Peace out, and may the Force be with you.